Zoghby. I served in the 17th Airborne for most of my time, but also the 82nd Airborne occupying Berlin. I was drafted right after high school when I turned 18. We were treated as somewhat elite. Training was heavier, harder. I was in the best shape of my life. It's considered one of the coldest winters, in weather history. Next thing you know, Christmas Eve, we're called in. We're flown into France. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day is chaotic, and then we're brought up to the front. And we're dropped off in the woods. It was foggy, damp, cold. They say, dig in. You couldn't dig. Everybody was wearing everything they had. 2 layers of everything, all the way up overcoat. We didn't have galoshes. About second day, everybody complaining about cold feet. And the first few that complained were evacuated back to England. But about the 4th day, they said, we can't send any more back. We got to win this war. And so unless you show evidence of gangrene, you're not to complain. And I didn't feel my feet for over 3 weeks. Our charge was to recapture the town of Flamieres. In that approach, the town, of course, is down in the valley. You had to cross a ridge and go down a hedgerow, and that, I got to tell you, that was called, somebody wrote the story right after the war ended, called Dead Man's Ridge. It took us 3 days to capture that little town, to recapture it. On a cold, clear, sunny day, quiet, all of a sudden mortar shells and artillery hits the treetops. Shrapnel comes down. When it quieted down, 1 fellow was killed, another fellow lost an arm, 2 fellows were hurt pretty bad, and I have a small cut. And I hear mortar shell, and you can't mistake this. It lands over there. It's okay. Over here, behind me. I got 1 wire spliced, but I hear a 3rd one over here. Dawns on me, they're having fun. They're calibrating their mortar. I drop my gloves, my knife, and I dive into the first foxhole, and 2 guys are eating K rations. What's all the noise? I said, the F Germans are zeroing in on me. Well, get the F out of here. When we came back at the end of January into France, we thought it was over. No, we were in Tent City. They filled us up with replacements and told us that we were going to do the last jump into Germany. It's called Operation Varsity.
Into their gliders they load jeeps and guns, field pieces and munitions. For the airborne army may have to be self-sufficient for days until it is relieved.
Paratroopers didn't want to ride in that little crate, and glidermen didn't want to jump out of an airplane, so here we were. Oh, it sounds like you're inside of a drum. And I got to say, it was chaotic. More casualties from crashes. Yes, for me it was. It was a growing up experience. You go in as a kid, a boy, you come out as a man. People ask me when I make little talks at school, the school kids say, how was it? How do you compare that to today? Well, there's no comparison, see, because our war was a known enemy. Boom. Here you're fighting shadows.